Aristotle said that it is the mark of an educated mind to be able to entertain an idea without accepting it as true. When children study history in school, they learn from their teacher or the textbook, and they're tasked with memorizing people, dates, and events. And if they can get the questions right on a standardized test, they're said to know history, and if not, they don't. They are also tasked with completing DBQ essays, but all of the sources they use for those essays are given to them by the teacher, and what goes in the textbook, the curriculum, is determined by state education boards. These are political appointees, and the most influential state on the whole nation is California. So the textbook companies, which are for-profit and controlled by money at the top, make curriculum based on these standards. And it's their job to create a centrally approved narrative because, as we know, history is written by the victors. And teachers are also trained by the victors because history teachers go to accredited colleges and they're taught a curriculum that's designed to help them get a license that is issued by Department of Education historical standards. So what goes into history textbooks and the way history teachers are taught is completely centralized and completely controlled. Now, the proper way to teach young people history is to give them a narrative because history is his story. But the students should then be using primary historical writings as their textbook, and not just of the victors, but they should read the primary writings of side A of conflicts and side B and side C, D, and E, because it's often more than a binary. And by reading these primary documents, they could come up with their own unique theories and their own unique understanding of what happened during historical events. And in studying history that way, your children will develop a much more comprehensive understanding of what happened historically and will have a much better understanding of current events and how things are playing out today. But what happens in public schools, and we all know this, is that children are shamed and punished if they look up history outside of the centralized and controlled narratives. Check out my private homeschool community. And Cubs to Bears, books, classicallearner.com.